Hi guys, back for another video. You have to please excuse my microphone. Whilst audio sounds pretty clear, it sort of seems to chop out a little bit. A few dramas yesterday recording, so I've redone the recording again today. So hopefully it's adequate enough for you to get through and understand my analysis today. As always, starting with Bitcoin Weekly, at a pretty crucial level this week. We've still got a couple of days left for the weekly close. I just want to point out the 9,500 level here, all the way back to February 2018. We held as support here for a little while until we broke, retested this area, rejected, and we didn't come back and retest it until here. And we just broke immediately straight through it, but once again, broken, held as with support until broken through with momentum again, another retest. So we've had quite a number of retests here and evidences support and resistance level. So it's a pretty key, crucial level on the weekly. At the moment, this week, we've just broken through it with quite strong momentum. So if we can close this week above 9,500, we've actually proved on the weekly the higher high. So from here on the weekly, the trend change. All the time frames below are already bullish, already in a bullish trend. And now it's the weekly's turn. The key close to this week, I feel. So from here, we may just break and consolidate above this level for a little while before heading and moving towards the next target. Next weekly key target is 11,500. We're definitely overextended even on the weekly now, so we do need to have a bit of a breather, a bit of a pullback. I suspect possibly something like this, price action like this would be good, would be healthy. 0.38 fib pullback on the daily. That's what we want. Nice close, a little bit of a run up next week. We're pulling back, retesting as support. That would be the 9,500. So a little bit of consolidation here for a couple of weeks. Give us a bit of fuel. 9,500 evidence of support. Push up a little bit higher. So yeah, we're looking pretty bullish. I'll just cross over to the monthly just to show you how good we're looking at time frames above the weekly. Alright, monthly time frame up now. I want to point out a couple of things. Firstly being the monthly 20 EMA. Really nice support here. It did fail and break down above. So support, break, retest and busted straight through previous run. Now it's acted as support here. Beautiful support, beautiful wicks on those candles. And pushed up with momentum. This bullish engulfing candle, very little wick on this, so there's no rejection, no selling pressure. Momentum is strong, so 9,500, pretty key important level even on the monthly. At the moment, the month is only in the second week, so quite a long way to go on this candle yet. So the weekly will be important, as I just previously mentioned, whether we can hold above here and just consolidate for a couple of weeks before the next surge. But at the moment, that's extremely bullish. Certainly no reason to short Bitcoin at the moment. If you did, it would only be on the lower time frames, quick little pullback and Fibonacci play. So at the moment, we're looking really good on the monthly and weekly. Okay, daily chart up now. I won't add too much to the daily. There's not really too much to see here. As you can see, we're pretty overextended without a decent pullback. We did have one here that retested the EMAs that formed our trend line, so I can see us retesting this level. Hopefully we can actually still maintain above 9,400, 9,500 level. And what I was just pointing out before on the weekly break and retest, what I'm looking for here. On here, this would have trapped a lot of short sellers. They wicked them out, had to rebuy their positions back. So liquidity hunt before trying to move up. Unsuccessful at next distance level, but actually came back to retest for a second time and hold this level. So this is what I'm looking for here before we go longs. Overextended to go long now. We need clear, good evidence that we're going to hold above 9,500 now. So this is what I want to see. I want to see a break, maybe a stop hunt, clean, clear support around level. So if we can see a few strong candles with nice wicks like these, this will trigger us into a long. Until then, this could take a couple of weeks to play out before it really does act as support, and I'd be happy to go long this far into a run. But just for now, we've got to sit on those sidelines for longs on Bitcoin. Hopefully then the next target can be met. Got 10,800 on the daily. The weekly is 11,500. So about where my cursor is here. So first stop would be the daily target. That's there. So just waiting on Bitcoin now. Pretty important weekend to see if we can hold above 9,500. Right, quick look at the 4 hour now. Developing a pretty nice clean rising wedge here. MACD divergence. So what this means is we're just looking for a pullback now. You could possibly, this is about the 9,500 region here. I've got 9,450 this chart. So we're really decelerating. Sellers possibly stepping in here. We just need a bit of a breather. So pull back to 9,450 would be good here. This is a break and retest on the 4-hour chart. So we can hold this area over the weekend. That's a really good sign. That will look good on the higher time frames as well. So just at the moment, I don't really want to just trade a short back to this level. It's high risk for the reward. Still obviously clearly in a bullish trend here, higher highs, higher lows. So I don't really want to trade against that just for now. For me to trade short here, I would want to break back below 9,450, break and retest. So just for you guys, how I like to trade the trend, I'm happy to trade breakouts, trading with the trend. So we broke up above this rising wedge here with a nice strong candle. Happy to take a sneaky little long, but for me to trade short, I would need to see a break and retest. The retest just confirms the lower high to the downside and the lower time frame trend change. So just a little bit more probability on your side. So with the trend, you can trade breakouts. Against the trend, you want to break and retest. Okay, 1 hour chart up now. Here's a 9,400 level on the lower time frames that held as resistance for a long time. We did dip down. So this is actually a wick off a reaccumulation zone. At the moment, I didn't really see this afterwards. Hindsight's really nice. We did break out here, so there's possibly an entry about here. But because of these previous breaks just above this level, it wasn't clear whether this resistance zone was actually extended up a little bit higher. So it was quite risky up until probably this candle here or this one here. So it's way overextended on the lower time frames to enter along. And just at the moment, we're still holding trend on the 1 hour as well. Starting to decelerate. We've got a double triple top here, still holding this trend line. So we want to see a break and retest of this trend line and or the 1 hour 50 EMA just to take a short back to this zone. But would need to be a lower time frame, quick in and out trade against the trend. So just for now, also being the weekend, there's a little bit extra risk with lower volume and volatility. So just for now, keeping an eye on Bitcoin. Not much further to add on this one. Stop the recording now, guys, before I do Ethereum and some of the other altcoins, just in case this microphone is working too. So hold tight, put it out shortly for you.